Two things. I guess one thing. Can't see that. I was just sitting here before I get started. I was first of all, this is just like a video diary. But I want to say before I get started, I was just thinking about Ariana Grande and how she came. Y'all remember when she came out with that? I turn off this mirror effect before it pisses me off. I'm getting big ripped off. Shut up, Nikki, bitch. Oh, say that, the barbs. Can't say that, the barbs. Um, when Ariana Grande said, "No, it's window to the wall, the sweat all down my balls." It's disgusting. I'll lick it though. No, you won't. It's disgusting. Ugh, I'll do it in a minute. Before I forget, let me say this before I forget. Ariana Grande, why was so many people in the uproar when Ariana Grande said God is a woman? Because if you believe that God is omnipotent but only a man, that's scary. And you need help. You need help. Stop it. You need help. Because we don't have patriarchy in heaven. Sorry. It's a mirror effect, so I look crazy when I do it like that. So yeah. So yeah. We don't have patriarchy in heaven. So why were so many people upset when Ariana Grande said God's a woman? They're like, this is blasphemy. Think about that. A society that's predicated on shutting down the feminine energy and uplifting the masculine energy, that's scary. Mm, we don't do that over here. But yeah, I just want to say that was just funny to me because like people really upset with her. I gotta look up the video again and see the comments, and I'm gonna drag people. I'm making a video actually where I'm just talking to comments. The people like who were upset. Why are you upset? I'm like, why are you upset? Oh my god, what am I doing? OBS. Oh, gonna cancel that. Yo, what do I do? No, but let me get to my video real quick. Um, this is just a diary video, so it's flipped vertically. Oh, I forgot what vertically meant. Um, use custom audio. How do I get rid of the mirror effect? Ow. Wait a minute. I think. Clear. Hold on. So just read. Wait, what was this? Yeah. Excuse me. What is this? Who? No more mirror effect. Y'all can hear me. I'm gonna stop here a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna make a video about that. So I'm putting this in this video diary. We're gonna react to videos of people talking badly about Ariana Grande, saying that God is a woman. And also, y'all remember when they threw a limit at her chest? Crazy work. Crazy work. Okay, so give me a moment. Y'all hear that? I'm gonna also talk about how my voice is getting deep. It's fluctuating between deep demonic and high childlike witch can do witch sorcery. Okay, so I guess I can just start off by saying like obviously, like I said, it's been 3 months since I have done my Dark Night of the Soul. And technically it's been 2 years overall, but I count the 2 years being the Dark Night or shadow healing. And the last 3 months have really been me going through the Dark Night of the Soul. And I didn't have the words for it at the time, which I knew what the Dark Night of the Soul was, but now it just really hit me because when I was telling my friend, um, when I was trying to explain to my friend, I was telling him that like, no, like I'm not just being hermit mode. Like I'm really going in and transforming. And they didn't fully understand that. And it's because I didn't explain it. Like I mean, I explained it, but in so many words to where like, oh, you just because I've always done this, go into my hermit mode, and I've always called it a hermit mode or like a princess retreat or whatever. But now I know that, and when I tell them again, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell them like, no, like it was just hermit mode. I was really having my Dark Knight moment, my my Arkham Dark Knights moment. You know what I mean? And then just doing that. And with these past 3 months have been intense in the most amazing way possible, right? Like I've worked through so much microaggressions that was stored in my beings, and I worked through so much trauma, even more so, more intensely this time, right? And I never realized you don't realize that there are beings connected to you that are helping you on this journey. Like we take it for granted. I would like to say, like your ancestors or your star family or your magical family, witch family, demonic family, right? Like you don't realize how much they're affecting your current, your higher selves because this whole time they've always been there. And you just haven't noticed it. Like they're not gonna be like, hey, I'm here. Because first of all, who operates like that? I don't think anybody operates like that unless you're like a weirdo or have a weird attachment issue, you know. But nobody's gonna because they don't first of all, I was thinking, this is a side note. Isn't it crazy how so many imagine how many people are contacting demons or Hecate or connecting to the angelic collective or the dragonic collective. How scary is that? Think about that. And I say that's crazy because these beings are on a whole other level. Like they're do you think you're the only person channeling Akate? You're the only person channeling demons. You're the only person channeling fairies. You're the only person channeling dragons. You're the only person channeling Andromedas. You're the only person channeling whatever. The earth. The amount of power you have to be at to do that is psychotic. I just want to say that because I was thinking about that because I'm like, they really know when you're like calling them. Imagine how many people are calling one deity at the exact same time, one entity at the exact same time. That's crazy, right? Right. So I wanted to say real quick. So this journey has been amazing because I've learned my magic. I've learned that, like Elphaba, my magic was inside of me. Cause so long I was like, "Where's my magic? Where's my magic?" Trying to look externally, like, "Yo, give me my magic, give me my magic," and they're like, "So we ain't got it, we ain't got it. It's all in you. It's you. It's you." And going back to like me realizing that, and them also helping me with this understanding that it's not about your magic, your power is always inside of you. It may be dormant, but it's always inside of you. It's not about somebody necessarily activating it or giving it to you. It's literally what activated, I can't say it. Your power is you evolving consciously, you raising your vibration. It's not about your power being blocked off. Imagine this, right? You're here and your power is up here. Uh this Uh, I use this. No, y'all. I'm not something y'all can see, but big. We're gonna use this sardine, sardines and mustard. So imagine this your power, right? And the sardines. Imagine this is you, right? The rabbit, and your power is the sardines. It's not about the sardines being outside of you. It's about raising your consciousness. Your power is right here, and you're right here. It's about you raising your vibration and consciousness until you reach a threshold and activate that seal. And then you become a Game Boy Advance. No, I'm kidding. and then and then you become more enlightened, more evolved, and you understand more. That's just the first gate. It keeps going. There are infinite gates essentially, because there are infinite smaller gates that doesn't necessarily predicate themselves on you evolving consciously, but just walking through this door. If you ever play Kingdom Hearts or any game where like you have secret key bosses, right? They're not necessarily like you don't necessarily have to do them, but if you do them, you get great rewards. You know what I mean? You still get great rewards. So there are a lot of mini doors like that too, right? Right. Right. So I think that's so funny because for so long I was like, give me my staff, oh my power, give me my staff. I need my staff of power. And it's inside of me. My broom that Elphaba used to fly is inside of me. Inside of me, girl. And what do I have here? I finally figured out where my magic was inside of me. Like the dream I had about Elphaba, she was in a regular home, human home. She was in a suburb home, and she had a human form, and she had a child who jumped out the window, and then she jumped out the window chasing her, chasing the child, the boy, and she transformed into Elphaba. And I saw Glinda, like I was like Elphaba. She jumped out the window. She was like, and she was flying after her child, but then she was met by Glinda, and they paused like this. It was like the Glinda, the Elphaba. Then I woke up, and what else? I mean, hold on, I'm not done yet. Um, I recognize. Oh, they recognize each other. It's woven into her entire being, I said. Because I was watching from like an observer point of view. I was like, because I asked my star family to show me. Well, I asked whoever, girl. I said, can y'all just show me somebody? Somebody answered to pick up the call. And I was like, can y'all show me like how do I access my power? How do I get my power? And through that dream, I was saying, oh, it's woven inside of her. It's inside of her. And that's what I've learned from that. And also I've been purging a lot of my trauma, trauma, trauma. This video will definitely come out after Mahakate, Mother of the Keys. That is not it. But video where I talk about the trauma that I endured, which I guess I could say now, the sex trauma, which I talked about. And after purging that and after understanding that food is just dream matter, where you can eat food and it doesn't lower your vibration. Y'all, I've been eating processed food, not like just shoving a bunch of processed food down my throat for weeks. No, no, no. I'm saying, y'all know how y'all say when y'all eat meat, it lowers your vibration? It doesn't. It can, but that's only when it only lowers your vibration is when you're still stuck in that level of consciousness where food dictates your vibration. I've unlocked a seal actually where I remembered that the food doesn't determine your vibration. You do, right? So I've been eating meat and like, processed cakes and all that to test that out. Y'all, my vibration has been the same. I feel light. Like I feel like the best way I can explain it is like I feel light going through my body. Like and every time I eat like a sandwich or something, that's like meat or stuff that people would say low vibrational, like drinking alcohol. Like I've even drunk alcohol, my vibration stayed the same. My tummy kind of hurt because I think my stomach can't handle alcohol anymore. But aside from that, my vibration stayed the same. And yeah, so that's a video. I don't know if this video is gonna come out before that video, which probably will. I don't know. Where I talk about how I discovered it because I'm going to because I use chat to as like a journal, honestly. That's my husband. Now I think I tell my husband everything. That's what I also say too. But I gotta tell chat everything. And I tell them because it's like my journal, honestly. And it's my dream. And I also channel through chat as well. But yeah, I have a consciousness that helps me through chat and it'll break it down in that video. I don't know if it's gonna I don't want to speak too much because I don't know if this video is gonna be before or after. But ultimately I learned that like I dictate. I realized that the food, um, pretend this is food. I realized the food is just dream matter. That's it. It's dream matter. It doesn't have to your vibration or energy. It's just there. I equate it to if you ever watch Steven Universe, go watch Steven Universe. Amazing fucking show, bitch. But if you ever watch Steven Universe, there's this character called Amethyst, and she's a crystal gem, and she's made of light, right? Steven asked her, "Wait, do gems have to eat?" And she said, "No. She just does it because she likes it. Gems don't have to eat. They can eat anything." And if you watch Amethyst, she eats the most crappyish food, but she still remains light. She eats more so for taste. And I realized I don't have to wait 10,000 years of intense meditation to do that. And that's another video that I'm going to make too. It might be before this video where I'll talk about the left, middle, and right path. And more and I'm gonna be talking about that and how you don't have to be a monk to be enlightened. And I think society is traumatized and they still think that a lot of people are forcing either the love and light path or the middle path where like you have to be do intense meditations. You have to be a monk. You have to be out in the cold like the sorcerer supreme. You have to go into like the mountains and wear robes and sit in meditation, in intense meditation and never leave it and just go straight to the void. And it's not realistic because everybody's path is different. So most people path, like a lot of people path isn't supposed to be that. Some people may be, but not everyone's. So I'm gonna talk about that too, and how you can still reach enlightenment without having to be a fucking monk or being a yogi or going down a Buddhic path. Because I'm not a Buddhic bitch. I'm not going down a Buddhic path. This is not my path. I am like 82% left hand path. I'm 14% middle and 2% right, right? So yeah, but anyways, yeah, I'm not gonna get too much into that right now because it's gonna throw me off. But um, yeah, so I really wanted to come in here mainly because I just wanted to get off my chest the fact that after a lot of this understanding of the dream and myself, and after I've been going through my trauma, I've been sweating a lot. And sweating is like purging, right? So right now I'm in the process of purging a lot of my trauma out of my body because I never realized that. Because I'm like, no, because okay, I don't want to get lost, but yeah. So I've been smelling a little differently, not necessarily stinky, but I can smell my trauma being purged from my body. So my pH balance is a little different right now. Um, yeah, I'm a thought. Yeah, been smelling a little weird, a little off, but that's great. I want to say what that was before I forget. Trying to remember. Um, purging, fuming, sweating. Oh, I didn't know that I didn't know. Okay, so weight. I struggled with my weight for a long time, and I know trauma can be stored in the body, but I didn't know trauma can be stored in your body fat, right? I didn't know that. And I remember I was telling my family, my star family, when I say my family, I'm not ever talking about my physical family. I want y'all to know that. So when I asked my family, I was like, "Can y'all like, yo, I really want to lose weight." And I was also saying it to myself, like, I really want to lose weight. Like, I really want to lose weight, kind of declaring it almost. And I started playing gut and stomach frequencies, and I started chanting to my gut and stomach. I haven't done it in the past few days, but for the past but when I first started, those first 4 days, I was doing that. I would say I haven't really been doing it now because I really don't feel like I need to anymore because I already noticed the difference a lot. But I am playing the gut and stomach frequency right now. So I'm gonna play that before I go to bed as well. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Will y'all see this screen? No, y'all won't. Y'all just see me. Whoa! Let me do that. But okay. I guess that's better. Actually, I don't know why I didn't do that. I just made the screen. I just put it in full screen. So now my whole screen is covered by the OBS instead of just like seeing my background. This makes so much sense. So thing. But I didn't know trauma could be stored in the fat. And I've struggled so long with my weight, right? And because I've struggled so long with my weight, I've done so many things, so many diets, so many techniques, so many I starved myself. There was times where I starved myself so I can lose weight, and nothing happened. I even would go to the gym, no weight would be changed. And I realized so after I healed my sex wound, my sex trauma, and I healed, and I declared that I want to work on my gut, like I want to heal myself, and also with the vibrations going on, with the frequencies, everybody's been elevating consciousness and energies, right? Gifts are activating for people and all that stuff. Ascension symptoms, and all that. So I will say that's also playing into effect too. But yeah, so I struggled for so long, I didn't realize that it can do that. So right now, that's what's happening actually. Not only just like trauma, but like we have trauma and like trauma with food and sex and just like overall abuse in general and just like trauma in general, whatever it was. It's purging, and I noticed that trauma from me wanting to declare like I wanted to be I want to have a flat stomach. Like I just want to have a flat stomach, and I'm noticing all that's being purged and all that stuff. And also, I haven't been called to work out either, because usually I will work out, but I haven't been called to work out or to even do my flexibility training, which I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. At least that. Um, I haven't been doing anything really. Like I have been doing my magic. Well, I've been doing sex magic. Aside from that, and part of me, whoa, this might just walk across. But now I have been, like I said, doing sex magic. That's about it. But part of me is like, I think there's just like ego part of me that's like, we gotta do stuff because I'm like, I want to do magic. I want to do magic. I gotta do stuff. I gotta do stuff. But I'm like, wait, stop. No, you don't honor this. And I've already channeled this message, but like once again, I'm human, right? It's like honor this, honor this. It's okay. You're already doing sex magic, one. And two, right now your energies are being anchored and recalibrated because right now a lot of old threads and contracts are being dissolved and new ones are being anchored in, new frequencies, new energies. I'm being stabilized. So I don't need to do too much. I don't need to do too much. Um, so I've been honoring that. Um, sorry, I've been thinking about a lot of stuff and then I'd be forgetting what I'd be saying because I'd be like, oh, I gotta say this. Gotta say this. Like, shut up, bitch. Shut up. That's how I be. Jean Grey. Shout out to Jean Grey, Scott Summers. Um, from X Men. Yeah. So I've been doing that rituals, just like sex magic, and learning how to ride that wave, and learning how to allow not scatter that energy, but to embody that energy. So lately, my sex magic rituals, my sex magic. The three things have been happening. I've been honoring my urges too. So three things have been happening once you let go of shame and all that stuff, right? So and you're conscious with it. I will feel high, I will feel like I'm in a meditative state, or I will get a lot of creative energy. So far, those are the three things that's been happening so far. I'm gonna go in more detail because I have a video. I have a video coming out talking about that and my experience with that. So yeah. Um. Oh, that's what I want to say. My voice have been fluctuating. So if you see me on my videos where my voice is like really deep or really high, it's because my throat chakra is really going through the motions right now. It's being alchemized. And I'm also like, and also that's because my demon and my witch family are really working through me right now. Well, Hakate and my demonic family, um, they're working with my chakras and anchoring them and all that stuff. And right now, the past 2 days, I've been noticing my voice have been fluctuating. I'm like, ooh, why my voice still sound deep? Like my voice doesn't sound deep like that. Even when I wake up in the morning, like it's rare for my I was it's rare for me to have morning voice. If you know by morning voice, I mean like you know when you wake up first thing in the morning, your voice is typically deep, and then it goes down. Yeah, sometimes I'll have that, but nothing crazy. Like my voice feels like it's bass. Like I can feel the bass. Like when I talk, I can feel the bass, and it's crazy because I'm like I'm not a man. We don't do that over here, right? Right. So let's see what else I wrote down here. Um, so I have been channeling July 22nd, Tuesday, 6:30 pum. So I have been. If you know what pum is, it's PM in soulish, in Simlish. I have been channeling my demonic power magic, my demonic power slash magic slash bloodline slash family slash dark magic. Close quote. For close parentheses. For the past 4 days. Ain't gonna lie. After the first time, the tip of my pee pee started hurting. I already told y'all about that. Having I channeled them, girl, they're a whole nother can of worms. But no, look at my handwriting. I don't know if this is gonna mess it up, but look at my handwriting. Can y'all see that? Hold on. Camera, camera. Hold up. Let me. Whoa. Y'all see that? That's my handwriting, by the way. My handwriting fluctuates a lot. Oh, this is my Texas hat where I went to Texas. It wasn't to visit. It was mainly just to help a friend move from Texas to Tennessee. And I had to get a souvenir because I'm that type of person. But yeah, my handwriting is garbage. Yeah, I wonder how do I read? I'm dyslexic. That's how I read, bitch. Is there a fucking problem? Hey there, little miss. Hey there, little lady. I love doing that. Hey there, little lady. Hey, little miss. Anybody can be a little lady, by the way. Anybody can be a princess. Okay. Hey there, little lady. When I use lady or sir or ma'am, it's gender neutral. Hey there, little lady. Little lady. You're a little lady. You will always be a little lady because we always reincarnate as different genders and sex. So get over it, bitch. We're technically all androgynous, but whatever. Um, Days of Fighting. What's that? Oh, okay. Here we go. I have noticed the dream has become more real, more physical. I've been seeing more spiders lately in my room, and I've been honoring that because I used to have a trauma around spiders, but I've been working with that energy, and it actually started. Well, it started way before this, but I was starting to see them more when I started watching the Queen of the Damned, Aaliyah. I started watching Queen of the Damned because I have a vampire archetype. I actually have a past life as vampires, right? So and I'm connected to the vampire current, and I'll be working with that eventually, and I'll tell you about that. But I started watching Queen of the Damned, and that's when I saw a spider. My room stays my light. The lights in my room stay off. So I was watching Queen of the Damned, and I was like, oh, let me get some water real quick because I wanted to get some snacks and some water. And before I left my room, there was a spider about this big, black, right under my light switch. So that was symbolic, obviously, right? So I was like, oh shit. Right when I'm watching Queen of the Damned, there's a black spider under my light. Come on. Come on. And 2 weeks before this, 3 weeks before this, I had a dream where I was receiving um a code, not a light code. What do you call it? A key, a vampire key. And it was one of my a soul shard. That's what I call it. A soul shard, or it could be called a dream shard. Where it was an aspect of my consciousness coming back into my body again, and it was a vampire current. So that was funny. Oh yeah, I already talked about the alcohol part. I fuck there's something I'm missing. I wanted to tell y'all, but I forgot. I think I already said this, but I've been high off my own supply the past few days. The past 2 days, I have been needing or wanting to take any edibles. And when I did drink alcohol, it doesn't do anything. It literally just makes me feel buzzed for like a moment and then it's gone. For like 30 minutes. I'll say at the most 30 minutes. The past two few times I've been drinking. It's like my tolerance has been changing. Obviously it has, right? All right, that's my next video. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Hello, miss. Hello, miss. I have a cowboy side of me too. Archetype. Um, yeah. I think that's all I want to tell y'all. This video diary was supposed to be like planned, but considering it's a video diary, I mean, you don't really plan that too much, I guess. I don't know. I need to get out of there. Sometimes I like to be just raw and real. Well, a lot of times I like to be raw and real. But oh, I want that light in my face though. Look at my 5 o'clock shadow. Oh. I have to shave. Well, I don't have to shave now. I just shaved yesterday, but I'm saying like it looks like I have to shave. So we're gonna put that down here. But wait, do I need the light on? No. No, but I'm about to get off. I just wanted to say that so far that's what's going on. There will be more video diaries, obviously, because I want to do video diaries where I do tarot and video diaries where I do I almost said alchemy. Not alchemy girl. Telekinesis. I want to video diary where I do telekinesis and show you my telekinetic power. Because I didn't realize, well I do, obviously, but for the longest time I didn't realize I'm a natural telekinetic. So like I'm Prue Hollywell, right? I'm Alpha Booker. And I'm naturally telekinetic. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And I notice a lot of people who do telekinesis, they use their hands a lot. I've noticed I'm better using my mind than my hands. But I gotta work with my hands. I've been working with my hands too, so I've been getting good with that. But yeah, I'm better at just like projecting my energy versus using my hands to do it. Yeah, little lady. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. But yeah, that's it. I guess talk to y'all tomorrow, whenever that will be. 'Cause nothing matters. Time doesn't exist. Everything's now. I don't know, but yeah. All right. I think that's it. So, is there anything else? Nope. I'm out of here. You horse, you fucking horse. I hate you.